GM fam, welcome back to Value Vibes, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the drama, the love, and the vibes with your host, Soul Investor, Zircon, and myself, Phil X Contreras. What's up, guys? What's going on?
I'm actually really excited this week. I think Solana came back from the dead. No. Jokes aside, I think we are getting some traction back after all the FTX drama. Today we have some news about some mints that went really good and are solid news for the ecosystem. And I'm really hyped that we are getting some attention back on NFTs and on the stuff I love, and not much of the macro economics news that I don't really like to talk about because I'm not like an expert on that side. So that gets me excited, and I want to see what happens from now on.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of things have happened here. Everything has basically pumped in the past 7 days, as you can see, even on here with all my watch list. Everything, as you can see, you got Songen 200%. Almost everything went up above 20% in this list right here. Soul Investor, what's going on, man? How are you seeing Solana NFTs right now?
Yeah, it seems like everything is pumping. I'm a bit pissed off because I missed the Taiyo Robotics entry for the Taiyo oil. It dropped to 4 Sol. It dropped to 4 Sol, and now it's sitting at like 14, and that was my entry, and I missed it. But the market's looking healthy, market's looking good. We're getting more and more news about the OGs that were happening at FTX headquarters in the Bahamas. So the market's looking good. There's interesting news out there. I think we're set up for a good next couple of days.
Yeah, I can see here it dropped. Oh my god, yeah, for sure. Like this thing went down. From 10 to 4 at that one point. That was definitely like this felt like the March 2020 dip with stocks when COVID came in. Like this whole thing like literally felt like that, and like everything just went back up. Yeah, I mean, back up to 9.5 Sol. I mean, I hear at 10 Sol, like it was at $30, and right here around 9 Sol, that's probably like $14. I mean, it's still like half the price, but that's definitely something right there.
Oh man, dude, I kind of played this wrong a little bit. So during the dump, I got out at around $25, $24. Got out of my Sol bag, sold everything, etc. Showed in the market on the way down. That covered majority of my losses. But what I didn't do was re-enter the market. And now I'm watching ABC pump to like 30. I'm watching Taiyo's go from like 4 Sol to 14 Sol, and I'm just sitting there. Just with like my USD with USDC, just wishing I just bought into some of this stuff. But yeah, no, it's good to see the market pumping. It's good to see the market pumping.
That's the positive sign, is that the market is coming back stronger than what I personally expected. With ABC, I did get a couple. I got 2 of them. But yeah, being at 30 Sol right now is great. And Phantom Wallet, I don't know if you guys heard what they did, but they bought a bunch of NFTs. I mean, they knew how to time the dip, I guess. Because they bought everything at the dip. Like,
no, I've been saying, Phantom needs to take over FTX. At least they know how to trade.
Yeah, go ahead, Zircon.
I mean, every one of us like lost an entry there, but it was a falling knife situation. I mean, it could have been really good, really profitable, or it could have gone really bad. I was pretty scared, and I'm not gonna lie. I thought about buying some stuff, but I was like, oh, I don't know if it's like the best timing. What if it keeps like going down? What I'm gonna do? But yeah, Phantom has like the best timing ever with these spots. 30 ABCs, 14 youths. And with all these, that's one thing that I don't. I mean, it's the gods, obviously.
150.
Yeah, that's insane.
Jesus Christ.
But if they bought, I thought they pumped tubes, but they bought Utes. They didn't bought tubes. I don't know why tubes, because tubes pumped like 80 Sol in like a couple of days. And I'm really surprised. I don't know why.
There seems to be some sort of gamified aspect to tubes. And I'm not too into the DeGods ecosystem, but from what I understand, there's some sort of set percentage by which every tomb can get a rare. And that's actually why that's pumped. I mean, it makes no sense from a statistical standpoint, because I think the chances are like maybe like 1% or 3% or something like that. But Frank has really done a good job in gamifying tombs, and I guess that's why it pumped. Because people get a common Ute, they would just floor it, maybe put in an extra 40 Sol, buy a tomb, try again. So it's super interesting. It's super interesting to see what's happened here.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why tubes is going up is because of that nouns DAO that's happening. Like everyone wants to get that nouns collectible, and it seems like people are really trying to bet their hands on it, because what's the price right now on that? I think it's like what, 300 Sol, 400 Sol for like that sub DAO. That's insane. And so like I guess like the chances here, like trying to hit one in 170 for that. I read it was like at 1%, but people are going for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find that.
Gosh. I mean, that's how the space is just full of degens. When people are willing to drop 140 Sol on a 1% chance that they're going to get something that they can 2x the value.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing like while we talked like last week on revenue share. I mean, people buy things for like 0.01 Sol of revenue share. Imagine we're talking about they're like 100 times better investments than buying something for a passive income of 0.01 a day, but people decide to buy anyway. I don't know why. And it's really funny.
No, I've never got that. I mean, look, I support revenue sharing. I think it's one of the more interesting aspects to sort of the development that NFTs have gone through. Revenue share is one of the more interesting things that have come out. But yeah, I mean, to put down, a lot of projects that give around 0.1 Sol, they're valued at around 4 to 5 Sol.
Yeah,
and it's like, how many years are you going to wait to get your money back?
Yeah, and we're talking about that the project has to be there in like 4 years, because we're talking now in 4 years, but let's talk about in 6 months if the project is still building, if it's still a thing, because most of the projects die like really quickly. So what are you doing? You're betting hard on something, and maybe it's not even a thing in like a couple of months.
Yeah, but for those who are actually interested in rev sharing, there's a project called it's called Zilla versus Kong, and these guys are basically creating. We're looking at the Utes. Okay, so here's one issue I have with the Utes on. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think there are too many glasses.
Oh, now it's the glasses.
I'm looking at the price. What the hell?
Oh, okay.
393, the lowest price for a nouns eyeglasses. Dude, this is insane. That they're all above that right now.
No, it's wild. And it's crazy to see all of the speculation that these guys are going to Ethereum.
Oh yeah. That's another talk right there.
Here's my thing. I don't know if DeGods can survive in Ethereum. It's more competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
they would.
Oh, really?
I think the gods would. I think the gods is it seems like Frank always had this connection with Ethereum for a while, and he I don't see the reason why he would do it. I think it hurts the project more than in the long term, because you basically swept away from all these people who bought into your project with whatever their analysis was in Solana, and now you just disappear. I mean, I don't see the value in that, but I still think they'll do fine in Ethereum.
Yeah, I think only time will tell. If I was him, I wouldn't move. He is the big dog in Solana. He moves to Ethereum, he falls down to like what, 7th place.
Yeah. Well, what I think is most probably gonna happen is it's a multi-chain thing where he'll like start getting across Solana and Ethereum with an airdrop or something like that. I don't see it so clear this whole bridge of the whole collection of the gods. I thought maybe with youths, but I'm not quite sure now with youths. I think he might probably in the future made an airdrop so the gods has a portion on Ethereum as well. But I don't see this whole bridge happening actually. I at the beginning I was more declined to yes it could happen, but now that everything has settled a little bit more and that we're had like a clearer path on Solana, I think I don't see the gods moving right now.
Yeah, I think only time will tell, and you know it's clear that DeGods is a positive force for the Solana space. I mean, we're actually holding up pretty well above 100K volume. And a lot of that volume has actually been going into tombs, has been going into DeGods, has been going into youths. So overall, I think DeGods is definitely a net positive. But Phil, this is other project. I really don't know much about it. I know you've been talking about it quite a bit, but Sorcery is at what 3 Sol? And I think this is actually their new collection.
Sorceries?
Sorcery.
Yeah,
Sorceries.
Sorceries. Oh,
Yeah.
I was talking about Sorcery. But I do know that Zircon was heavy in this Sorcery mint. He was checking it out.
Whoa,
Can you tell us what's going on there?
They're not connected?
No, they're not connected. They have like a really, really similar name, but they're not connected at all. Sources is more of a brand, of a brandish collection, and Sorcery, as far as I know, it's more of a utility-based project. I don't know exactly what they're building, but I saw like before the whole wreck of FTX and Solana, they were really, really hyped. The mint was really FOMO'd. And it was one of the upcoming mints that everyone was looking at, and since everything went down, no one paid attention to the mint. They reached public and they are now at like a 2x, so it was really, really easy to make money. But since no one was looking at mints right now, they mint like really, really stealthy.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at these at like 1.6. I just didn't buy in because I wasn't sure if it's just going to dump after that. But these have done extremely, extremely well. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the artwork. It just feels like, it just looks like an overgrown baby. To me. But from what I understand, they're also connected to another project that's been an OG in the space for quite a while.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm not quite sure. I didn't make my research like really, really hard on this project. I just knew it was like a hype mint. And that they were like, no one was paying attention at them because of the market conditions. But I'm surprised that they sold out. I mean, just selling out on these market conditions is incredible. And they even pumped like to a 2x a day after. So they're doing really, really well. I'm quite surprised, actually.
Holy snap. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. And you know what? While you guys were making money off this, I was looking at SolSniper's Rug collection. I bought it at like 0.06 or something like that. Only for him to announce that, basically, they're not doing anything with this.
Yeah, just a
Is this
vision
the
mint.
collection right here from SolSniper?
Yeah,
That's him. That's him.
and the collection is called Gato Frio.
Oh, I had to be a Spanish guy. Ah, make us all look bad, man.
Yeah,
I bought like a rank 400 or something like that, a rank 300, and
yeah.
I did no research. I just heard it was SolSniper. I'm like, look, this dude has 100K followers. There is no way he is rugging this. It's actually
Yeah.
better to look at it on Hyperspace.
Yeah, because
Okay.
actually, there's a thing with this, Phil. It has forced royalties. That's the thing that I thought it might be a good thing. It has forced royalties. It cannot be listed on Magic Eden. But
really?
yeah, but nothing happened.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I haven't made any money off this. Well, you haven't forced royalties. You can't say you haven't made money off this.
Yeah.
I know he
Yeah.
took some of my money. That's for sure.
Yeah, the thing I was really bullish on the collection just because of what you said of being from SolSniper. But I saw, if you check on the private chat, Phil, on StreamYard, I saw that from a guy that was like checking the whole thing while it was minting. Apparently, two wallets have like 200 each before the mint. And I was like, oh, they are gonna dump us so hard. So I stayed away until I saw those wallets around 30 or 40 NFTs, and the price went really down, so I didn't buy in. But that's the thing that got me away from the collection. I mean, I was looking forward to buy until I saw those wallets having like 200 each before even the mint.
Right.
Because if you bought the mint out and you get like 500, okay, I mean that's the rules here on Solana. You have a good bot and can mint a bunch. I mean, you have the advantage on your side. But this was like pre-minted, so I was like, they were given free NFTs to people just to make profits. And I was like, no, I'm not buying that.
Right.
Yeah. I literally think this is mind blowing because this is the first time we've seen a huge influencer rug from the get go. Like I think almost every influencer in the space has rugged a project, but they've at least tried to do something for 10
Yeah.
minutes. This dude just,
I don't know.
this is a
Holder
preconceived rug.
verification, something.
Like, I'm in the Discord, and there's no public chat.
Yeah. That's their meow chats, right?
They just have 3 meow chats. 2 of them are empty. One of them has actually, no, they're not empty, but they are closed.
Yeah, they're still closed. Well, I mean,
Yeah, they're
you
still
can.
closed.
I get it by the price of the collection, but no.
One is empty though. One is empty. 2 of them are open. One of them was just people making random announcements, something about gaining generational wealth. Minting a god is greater than getting a Lamborghini. It's easy. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's
Man.
Why did I buy this?
It happens to all of us once in a while. This is the NFT space. But yeah, so there's another one that I've been looking at, and it's called Metaplex Whitepapaer. If you heard of Metaplex, they're basically like the OGs in NFT minting and launching, and they had this white paper, I believe, airdropped, and when they airdropped it, it was at the wrong time where FTX occurred, and they started finally dipping down, and they're at 1.70 right now. So I got 2 of them. I don't know what they're gonna come out with. And it's a 1,000 collection right here. But again, these guys, they airdropped all of us, whoever was in Solana NFTs. They airdropped me 3 Sol, I think, Circon, same thing, somewhere there as well. For using their candy machine platform. So these guys, I mean, they're builders. I think something will come out. I mean, it's been a secret right now what they're doing. I don't know if it's going to be much, but I'm just betting on these guys. If for it to go a little bit higher.
Wait, so it's confirmed that this collection is owned by Metaplex?
I believe it is. Yeah, that's actually an
Huh.
interesting question because I thought it was. So it's-
Yeah, I remember looking at this when they were at like 2 Sol. The only reason why I didn't buy in, it's because, well, one, I couldn't find a Discord, so I wasn't
yeah.
sure, and second, I just couldn't find information on the projects. I didn't really look too hard though. I only looked at it for a couple of maybe 5-10 minutes before I moved on. But I mean, if it's actually owned by Metaplex, I'm pretty sure they will eventually do something with it.
I mean,
So there's a Metaplex Foundation
yeah.
connected to Metaplex, and they basically, it seems like from what they did say, did you mint a Metaplex white paper? I mean, it's all connected, so it does look like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this looks legit. This looks legit.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of alpha
course,
colors talk
HG is
about it.
supporting them.
So
I might just pick up one or two, simply because you never know.
yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, it's at 10% right now, as far as listing supply. I mean, it could dip a little bit further, but I'm just I'm taking it in right now. So that's been my small little play these past 2 days. It's Metaplex. That's the only thing that's down right now in my whole watch list.
Your watch list.
Yeah.
A couple of projects did pump well. I know we were talking about sentries in the Discord. We were accumulating those at around 1 Sol. Those are up to 2 Sol. We were looking at Vortex at the low ones. It went up to almost 3. And another project we were accumulating was Cosmic Ape Crusaders. We were picking these up at around 0.8. This is sort of my Kikiverse. Giving it maybe 2 to 3 months, pretty sure it's going to hit above 2 Sol. So was accumulating those under 1. They're currently at 1.1.
Yeah. Yeah, so Cosmic Ape Crusaders, from what I remember, is the person, I don't know if he still owns it, but he owned like 101 Taiyos at some point in 2021.
He still owns it.
And he still owns it. Wow.
Yeah, his name's John. Yeah, he owns 101 Taiyos. He owns about 150 Catalina whales. And he's the co-founder of DeGods, which is another project currently sitting at about 125 Sol floor.
Oh man, that's 5,000 supply. That's, for me, that's better than 10,000. I thought this was a 10,000.
No, it's a 5K supply. It's a 5K supply. Yeah, so I hold a small bag of these. Hopefully that can turn into something. Commune 3 is that's currently at 17.5, waiting for around that 15 Sol entry, just to swing trade it.
Yeah, so that definitely went down a lot. I'm kind of surprised it's at this price right now.
Yeah,
you can see it right here.
And of course, Shockify. Yes, yeah, so, I think Commune 3 is really, really good for range trading. Pick it up at around 14, 15 Sol, sell it at 20. It's sort of been range trading for a while. It doesn't tend to break below 14 Sol. Even if it does, it's not for very long.
Yeah.
So pick it up at 14 Sol, sell it for 20. It could end up pumping higher if something extremely bullish comes out. But really, I think this is such a good project to just keep range trading on.
Interesting. Now, the other one that has been in the loops of talk is this project called Elixir. And Elixir seems to be the next big hype marketplace, whatever you want to call it. They have everything, and they are minting today, I believe. So, have you guys tested it out? Have you guys looked at the software?
Yeah, I helped Ryan actually. He asked for help because he was having some issues with an Alder Mage. Alder Mage, he bought one and he got hit by a curse or something under gamification. So he couldn't reveal his Alder Mage and he couldn't sell it on normal marketplaces because when you get hit by this curse, you have 98% of royalties. So he was trying to figure out how to solve that issue. And we found out that on Elixir, you can swap your NFT with one of the same collection that it's listed. So he saw one older mage there, and he just swapped it here. So we tested the whole interface. It works really, really well. It might be a good play sometimes with the arbitraging thing on prices, or maybe even with the rarities. Maybe you want a high rarity and you can get one like here, so you can swap for a better rarity and do it. And it's really it's working, and it works really, really smoothly. So it might be a thing actually.
Yeah, actually, I've actually used Elixir quite a bit, and the first time I used it was because on their this was when Jacon was around 6 Sol, and I was buying Jacons on Elixir for just under 5 Sol and then selling it on Magic Eden for 6 Sol. And ever since then, I've used their services quite a bit. They're not only an AMM, but they're also creating this sort of opportunity to long and short cryptos in the near future. So they're a super interesting project, super interesting collection. They don't have as much volume as HadesSwap. They do have more volume than Tensor, from what I understand, but less than HadesSwap. However, I do think that their interface is cleaner. I do think that this interface is more user-friendly.
Yeah.
So I think they're solid. If I had whitelist, I would mint it, even if it's minting for Tensor. I would go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I heard is that you can, at some point, there's actually like a way you can buy, like let's say like an OK Bear is like 20 Sol. You can buy half of it, 50%, and then basically you're able to enter their Discord, their community, just by owning 50% or higher of that NFT.
Oh, really?
And you can, and then you can also basically buy these blue chips NFTs at a cheaper price, but it's like kind of like fractionalized style of buying, and then so that way you can play along with the blue chips and sell and trade when you think they're gonna announce something special or whatnot. So I thought that was actually pretty cool on this.
Yeah, so from what I understand, well, I don't really understand it from sort of a tech perspective, but basically stuff like Magic Eden, they actually sell the NFT. But when you're trading and investing in Elixir, they're actually selling it at a token level. So the same way you can buy 1 Sol, or you can get like 0.5 Sol or 0.2 Sol or whatever, you can do something similar in Elixir in the near future, where you can sort of buy a percentage of the token. And if you get over 50%, you can get DAO access, etc., etc. So I think they're building some really cool stuff. And if they can market themselves properly, I actually think they could potentially change the way we trade NFTs on Solana.
Yeah. This definitely is going to be, I think, a game changer when this stuff comes out. I'm going to try test it out and use it. Circle, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like the interface. The thing on Elixir, it was that you could get whitelisted actually really easy on Mercury, because this is the things I love about these stages of the market, where everyone is so panicked on NFTs that they just go outside and touch some grass for like, I don't know, 3 days, and market keeps moving. I mean, things happen. And if you went to the Mercury raffle, if you check it out, there was I think there were like 2 raffles for Elixir, and you have like one out of like a 10% chance of winning with just 1 ticket. So if you bought like, I don't know, 2 or 3 tickets, you are almost like 30% chance of winning the whitelist for Elixir that was really contested. Like, I don't know, a month ago it was impossible to get whitelisted, and we're talking about 30% chance with 0.15 sol. That it's, I don't know, really cheap. So it's crazy how people forget about these things when this kind of markets appear. I've seen whitelist for Elixir. I've seen whitelist for the Doom list as well. So I'm checking now every single day on the raffles just to see if there are any good mints, just to get whitelisted, just in case, by any chance, the market conditions get better and the mints succeed, because you are whitelisted for the project that way.
Yeah.
Wait, so why didn't you tell us this before?
Because
right.
because I realized, like, I don't know, yesterday. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. I didn't. I realized, and I think I told it on a stream. That's the main reason. I completely forgot to share it now. That's like a little shady on my side, but yeah, now you know.
Now we know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, no, thank
Now
you. That was very helpful. No, but look, I think they're going to do really well in the market. If that Sorcery's project hit 3 sol, I don't see any reason why this can't go above mint. I mean, sure, it's minting for 10 sol, but 10 sol is like $130. So
yeah, and they cut the supply on half, like, just because of the market. They decided to go, instead of going to 5K, that was the original plan, they went for 2.5K.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is such a small supply. That's such a small supply. I think they already have some NFTs on the market right now, which are going for like 65 sol.
The NECTARS.
So, yeah, the NECTARS.
Yeah. So that's a very, very good sign. And I think as they develop more, it could be a good play. It could be a good play. Personally, if I'm not whitelisted, I'm not going to trade secondary with this one. But eventually I will buy into this project as they continue to develop.
Yeah, with NECTARS, I was hoping to get in during that whole FTX fiasco, just like with everything else, and it didn't go down. It went down a little bit, but it did nothing. Like it stayed back up. There's only 777 of them, and yeah, that sucks. But yeah, just like you, I'm gonna put this in my watch list when these Elixir NFTs come out, and I'm just gonna keep track of them. I'm gonna keep track of them until I'm ready to snipe one in. So, that's after mint.
Yeah, and speaking about NFTs that really didn't dip that hard, Anybody's held up super well.
Oh my god! Yeah, and
not only did they hold up well, right after that they went even higher.
Yeah. These guys are doing tremendously well with their whole branding and bringing Web2 companies in. Look at that. From 16, what was 16 sol? Now they're at 38 sol. And just like what you said, that was a good point. Even with that whole FTX situation, still didn't stop the train. They just kept going.
No, it didn't break trend. And I honestly thought that we'd see this drop to maybe 10 sol. It just never happened. It just never happened. I mean, it's clear as day by the chart that this is a strong upwards trend. And you can see a small dip, but I really didn't feel like it broke trend. If these things hit $10, I mean 10 sol, I would have definitely bought in, but it's a shame they didn't.
Yeah. It right here it pumped because when the Toys R Us announcement happened, people started selling when it went up to 27 sol, and then it just had this small time frame of a dip, and then it just stopped growing up.
What's the all-time high, by the way, for Anybody's?
I think it's this price, right? They had that one major movement up here. Almost at the same price.
Yeah, so I believe that happened when Soul Big Brain tweeted about them. They had that whole Keith whatever
Oh yeah, the
airdrop.
shirts.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it was a shirts or it
Yeah,
was it was a
with
shirts.
the shirt.
So actually, yeah, so this pump happened after that because then there was a lot of speculation about them having a lot more sort of onboarding a lot more Web2 companies into Web3. And
Yeah.
then they had a little bit of a pump, and so Big Brain tweeted about them. And it's just a straight rocket up. Like there is no chill on this graph.
That's so stupid. How can
I
people?
wish-
There's not a single entry.
I wish they put like the tweets like up here so you could just see like what the tweets were during these pumps. That would be awesome.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. But look, they've done extremely well for themselves. They were building during the bear. They were building during the bull market. They really were moving for the longest time. And then come September, they just start making waves. They just start making waves, and it's great to see. It's great to see. I love it when these projects that have been building for I don't know how long just come to life. I think it's great.
Yeah, these guys were here since 2021. I think they minted it in October or November. It was one of those 2 months. That's like basically OG Solana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did announce that they got so many more bigger projects that they're coming out with. So I don't know what it is. I can't wait what it's gonna be. But when you have Toys R Us in your resume, you can definitely bring some other big names.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are looking at things like OK Bears, Cats on Crack, etc., as the next sort of brand play for Solana. I actually think that if you want to go for a brand play, your safest bet is these guys. It's Anybody's.
that's a good point
Yeah.
right there.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure. This agency has well, that's if they really do well with that Toys R Us launch. I'm waiting on that. See how that occurs. So, well, because when OK Bears when they did that whole staking idea and it turned horrible with their whole developer situation and that thing tanked. So I'm sure Anybody's will be fine, but I'm just saying like I was pumped about it with OK Bears, and it was I didn't see it coming, and it just tanked, man. And so like if this goes horribly wrong with Toys R Us, like they will go mad. Everyone's gonna go mad nuts. This thing's gonna freaking tank. So I hope it does well.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that the airdrop just happens or whatever. It's average or it goes smoothly and they just drop to 10 Sol. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. So on other news, is there any other mints you guys are looking at as far as not buying, but just looking at what's coming around in Solana? I know there is Claynosaurz. There's some couple other ones out there. Anything in your guys' mind?
The ones I've been looking after are Claynosaurz. That it's my safe bet. I don't know if they're gonna mint soon. If I would have to put like a date on their mint, I would say like maybe January after Christmas and stuff. That would be my guess. Then I'm looking after the Lily as well. The Lily seems promising. And the other one that I was looking after was Elixir, but it's minting today. So that would be my 3 guesses for the near future, at least.
How about you, Soul Investor?
Not really looking at mints at the moment. There was that project Nomads or something like that.
Oh, Nomads, yeah.
I think that is a high project, but last I checked on them, their supply was super high. I'm actually just looking for them right now.
I am looking.
Yeah, they
for
have a
them too.
10K supply, which is actually insane.
Here they are.
So
Okay, so
I don't know how this project will do. Another project I'm looking at, I'm hoping it goes below mint. That utility. So they're setting up some sort of logistics. Yeah.
which one?
Yeah, utility.
It's called utility.
Oh, utility. Yeah, the logistics project. I try not to say company. Project. They're all projects. No, they're not. So, but yeah, that's an interesting one.
You remind me
Go
something.
ahead.
Yeah, so they're super interesting. One thing I am concerned about when it comes to utility is that I believe their rev share starts next year, Q4 next year. And I think that's one of their main driving factors. So personally, I'm not really minting it, but I am excited for it because there is a lot of money in logistics. I want to see how they do it, what they do with it. And if they can actually build a solid business, I think these can pump leading up to something like their rev share.
Yeah, and a good example of that, and not to trash them again, is OK Bears. So when OK Bears started coming out with their whole shipping idea and the wristbands, that went horribly wrong. Like if you would just gave that to a third party, like let's say utility, they would have took care of all that. They would have got all the addresses. They would have hidden all the private information, and they would have like shipped it easily to took care of it. So like I guess that's why like something like what you're saying, like something like this is needed in the space to help these guys out, because they're concentrated in other project. I mean, they're concentrated in their own project, their own branding. This stuff for them is like kind of like secondary. So definitely, some good revenue could be made on the Web3 space on the logistics side. So I'm excited. I'm not gonna mint it either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
you know
OG,
what? I've
but
been
I don't know.
fun. Oh, you have OG.
Yeah, I have OG, but I don't know if I'm gonna mint actually.
Just
Yeah, I have OG as well. I'm not gonna mint.
that's the thing.
Man.
Like I don't
Look,
it's
you know
crazy.
what?
Go ahead.
Feel like you minting?
I'm not minting. I'm waiting because like it's crazy now. Like before, I used to want to mint. Now I rather wait for the secondary and see what the price is there and how the product develops. So it's a little bit different right now. That's been my strategy right now is all secondary markets and see how they actually build this up. So what's the price on them right now? What did they come out for price?
Yeah,
I think their mint price is like 2.5 Sol, and
too high.
Sol is like $10. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Phil cannot afford $30.
no, I'm not paying $30 for mint.
Because I see this thing going down to, I'm hating it. I just see this already going down to like 1.5 with this current market. And like you have other projects like Metaplex, like it's at what was it at, like 1 point something,
1.7.
1.7.
You have you have that. I mean, there's what other prices you have Sentries at 1.95. They're an infrastructure build type of utility. You have a brand like Ooze at 1.35. You have Bonfida Wolves, which is like a Solana domain. They're like a huge player. They're at 0.67. So like that's why I'm like you have this logistics project that's at 2.5 already, like more value than most of these that have been building for a while. I just if they have some nice art, it might be different. But just by that, I could definitely see this just going below mint price.
I mean, I actually kind of like the art to an extent. Look, to me, the idea is interesting. It's super unique. If this is a bull market, I would have minted this. I would have flipped it only to buy back in the future. Right now, I'm not minting it, and I probably will buy in the future once we see a lot more proof of concept once they do have clients on board and they're approaching their rev share. That's personally how I'm playing it. I'm actually also looking at OK Bears because you mentioned it. The founder has actually been super active on Twitter, really being a calm voice in the space during these bear times. And OK Bear is actually pumped from around 38 to 48. And I'm actually seriously looking at OK Bears and thinking that a lot of people still haven't got their wristband, so fuck this.
I I did it. Yeah, I really wanted it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know who's holding this project up. Like who's holding this floor price? That's what I want to know. Who is still buying OK Bears?
I do want to buy an OK Bear, but like at around like at not like at a 30 price, because I did sell this a while ago, but I do want to get back in. I do like their branding style. They're an awesome team, but you know they really had some huge hiccups in the beginning, which got me worried. But they're coming back, I think.
The reason why I know OK Bears are gonna be well is just the funding they got. I don't know. We talked about this with Phil, but they swapped like their whole Solana the mint date to their treasury to USDC. So they have like, I don't know, the whole mint funds are on USDC since the beginning. So they didn't see the drop on Solana.
That's the craziest part.
So that's the only reason why I know they're gonna be fine for a couple of years, maybe, because they have enough funds to do crazy things.
Look, here's my argument against that. All right, we just saw Sam Bankman-Fried lose like $25 billion in a couple of hours. You're telling me these guys can't lose like $2 million in a couple of days?
Yeah, I mean,
and you know what? At least Sam Bankman was able to create like a website and tie in an actual exchange to that website. These guys cannot deliver wristbands.
But they can do a lot of wristbands with that money.
Yeah, they can do a lot of wristbands. Probably just leave it in some warehouse. Maybe they need to get in touch with utility to get these wristbands out there. I don't know how they're still sitting at a 40 SOL floor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try. I swear I'm gonna try to get back in when it's below 30. That's my price target. But yeah, so we also have another interesting project that I actually do enjoy. It's called Subber. If you guys are in these Solana DAOs, a lot of them use this product, this Subber product, and what this project is basically they build a what you call it, like a website to where you can actually go within your community, like let's say Monkey DAO, and you can go in and like do the giveaways and everything. Everything's organized and structured. It's a really cool idea. They've been using it for a while. I would say maybe like 6 months or so. So I find it interesting. I can't wait to see them do what's going to be after mint. What do you guys think?
I actually don't have much thoughts on them, simply because I just haven't researched them enough.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring them up just to show you guys on how these guys actually work. So this is Subber. They say they're quality Web3. So they're the whole key structure where you could do giveaways and all that. And just it's enjoyable to use, I would say. So
I've seen
them.
You know what? I'm actually going to check these guys out right now.
I've seen them in the past. Never used the interface actually on the websites, but I've seen them. I've seen the name of the URL for them on some projects. I remember that.
Yeah.
Who is the key master?
So, I don't actually know, but here we go. Like just an example. So let's say like you can enter the giveaway. Like let's say that's from Monkey DAO, right? and it takes you to their website, and they have the communities already established, the upcoming mints, and then here you can basically just easily they can check, like they can say like, did you retweet this from the project? Did you connect your Discord? So I would say, yeah, connect Discord, and then I would enter the giveaway here, and then it's all organized right here, and then from here, then you're already enrolled in their Discord, on that project's Discord, as a whitelist, as whitelisted. So
it's similar to Commute 3 with their sort of engagement platform.
Yeah, kind of similar. You could probably kind of see it here. I mean, they also have a member list here, so you can see everybody that's within MonkeyDAO by Twitter, and then by their name, and then if they're following you back and whatnot, and it's organized as well. So you can, there's a couple of things you can do here. You can see upcoming mints. I think it's really cool. It could be a cheaper version of Community 3, I guess. What you can call it.
What's their mint price and supply?
Right now it's 10,000, and there is no mint price date. So that is all we know so far.
Do you think it's going to be above 2 SOL?
I don't think so.
With 10K or 2 SOL.
Gotcha. They gotta be careful though, because we all know Phil cannot afford 3 SOL.
I think they'll be probably like around 1.5 SOL. I'm just trying to find a cheap entry. So
Phil wants to mint 2. That's why he wants it at that price.
So like, if I could save like $4, I would try to save $4.
It's a philosophy. It's a Solana philosophy. 1 SOL is 1 SOL. So I'm using the price when Solana was at 250, and that's why it's like $500 to SOL. You're getting the wrong vision here.
Look, I don't know what's wrong with me, but when Solana was at like 150, I could mint a project for 5 SOL. Now that Solana is like $10, you tell me a project is minting for 5 SOL, and I'm going to lose my shit. I am not touching that project. That is too much.
Yeah.
How dare they assume that?
Yeah, I minted a cat punk for 2 SOL, and I think 2 SOL was like at $250, so it was like $500
for a decent play.
What is that?
I've
never even heard of this project.
Okay. So cat punk. It was 2021 in I think October. This they were building a cat metaverse, and you can connect with all these other cat degens in this metaverse, and basically look at your art gallery of what NFTs you have, and then you can go talk to each other in this metaverse. But the only thing you could really do is just jump. So like you could like jump around in this metaverse thing, and it wasn't really a metaverse; it was just like this closed space. But that was like my first NFT that I got in Solana, and I still have it. It's like my one like I would say like I will never sell, because it was just like the worst play out there ever. So that's a cat punk.
You invested 5 SOL when SOL was $200. So you could be a cat in a metaverse that allows you to look at your other NFTs.
Yes, that was my first NFT. that was when I started everything, and how it developed me. So I learned from there, like what a team is, what utility is, what community is. Like that was like my first lesson there. So that's why I would never sell it, because that's like my memory, my harsh memory. I could actually show you it, like what it looks like.
Yeah, please show us what it looks like, because in the meantime, look, ladies and gentlemen, we now know why Phil doesn't have $30. It's because in November 2021, he was too busy investing into cat metaverses.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope I have it here. And I have fish token, which you can't sell. They gave me fish token.
What is a fish? Oh my god.
I don't know, but they gave me fish token. So, here it is. This is the cat
With
punk
the
I got.
cats.
This is my cat punk right here. It's this little
Wow.
guy.
Oh, I remember these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like these cat
Oh,
punks. This,
yeah, this was
uh,
actually a super hyped mint. This one along with that shark project, Rogue Shark. They were like
Oh,
the
Roach.
two
No
3D
way.
projects that was super hyped.
we are the OGs of the Paw City, and I still have it.
If it makes you feel better, when Sol was at like 200, 150, I spent 5 Sol minting something called Solamanders.
Oh, I remember Salamanders.
I minted
Yeah.
that. 10K collection, 5 Sol.
Really? Oh, 5
Yep,
Sol? Oh my
5
gosh.
Sol, 10K collection. The only other project that minted for 5 Sol at the time was Aurory.
Ooh,
Aurory?
Rory.
Oh,
Yep, but I missed Aurory. Instead, I minted this.
so
Great decision.
Aurory, man. Dude, I'm just looking at it right now. Like it's at 19 Sol. It has dipped. It's
I actually have a theory
I've
on
been
this
looking at
project.
it. What's the theory?
So, Aurory is actually backed by Solana. Solana has actually given funds to Aurory, and Solana's coming out with their phone sometime soon. And Raj said in an interview that crypto gaming is going to be a huge part of Solana's phone. I suspect Star Atlas and Aurory could be at the forefront of Solana's mobile gaming. And if I'm
Yeah.
correct about that, these will eventually move. So I'm really not buying it now. I think it's too early. But if I'm right, and if they're going to do what I think they're going to do, I think Aurory has a bright future.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the Saga phone could have a connection with Aurory.
I think it's going to have connection with a bunch of big games.
Yeah.
Really, I haven't dug too deep into it right now because, like I said, it's still too early. But I do want to get in touch with some of the team members and ask them, can you play this game on your phone? Is it mobile compatible? And if it is, then I am certainly very, very bullish.
So most likely they're not going to answer, right? But if we can read their face language, then we have the answer.
Yeah, if we can get them on the cat metaverse.
Yeah.
And, and have a look.
We could see their cat face and guess. Now, I've heard that theory on Solana and gainz, and like Solana being like one of the biggest blockchains to start like developing really solid play to earn stuff. Like a couple of times during this period of Solana crashing, I've heard that like like most people are like betting on Solana being like the top gaming blockchain on the future. On maybe not in the nearest future, like in a couple of months, but maybe a year or two in time. Like they're gonna be like the top blockchain of gaming. And with all this, it might be a thing. Actually, I wasn't sure about it, but now that you mentioned Aurory and Star Atlas, it might be a thing.
So
Yeah,
so now
I'm
that you
super
guys
bullish.
now that you guys mentioned Aurory and then the Saga phone, let me add a little bit of a sprinkle onto that. It's Backpack. I don't know if you guys heard of Backpack, but it's basically this xNFT platform. So this wallet is gonna be insane. And so right now you have MetaMask, right? MetaMask is the Generation 1 wallet that came out with basically just tokens. Then you had Generation 2, which was Phantom. Phantom finally came out with a way where you can have NFTs in the wallet. It was revolutionary. People were happy, yada yada. But now we have a problem where when I stake the gods or any NFT on a website, you can't see it on your wallet. And not just that, there's no way you can connect apps within the wallet. So this project is gonna be on Saga. This is basically what's going on. And here is the actual xNFT backpack wallet. So
what you
so what you can
actually
so what you can actually do here is that just like what I was saying earlier, you have the tokens here, and then you have the NFTs. But you also, and I actually put my cat puck in here, but that was my test. So now you have apps. You have apps within the wallet. So now everything is interconnected within the wallet. So now I can have my DeGods website, like the DeGods team can develop the app within the wallet. So now you can see my stake DeGods. I can show it to my friends, like here's stake DeGods. You can have your vaults. You can have stake tokens all within the wallet. You can even have Flappy Bird and play around with it. I mean, I could play right now and play within this wallet. You can have music within the wallet. So I can even play this song and just, walk around with this wallet anywhere I want. This is how crazy this could be. And this is only the potential right now. People don't know what else it could do.
Can you please push play? I'm actually curious.
Yeah, I don't think you can hear it because it's coming out of my headphones. Can you hear it?
No.
I don't think you can hear it. Can you hear it?
No, we cannot hear it. Wait, so did you pay for like a subscription to whatever music thing this is?
The thing is, so Armani, he is the guy behind what do you call that? There's this Anchor protocol. So he made this free smart contract tools for Solana and with Coral. And Armani decided that Coral is going to do something else. And basically, it's not just a wallet, but he decided to make a platform where anybody can make an app within the wallet. So you can, it's not just Relip. You can, someone else can create some music platform. And we don't even know what else you can create. So there's a lot of things that's unknown. And they're coming out with some NFT project within the xNFT platform. So basically, like, to cover it all up, you have backpack. And the reason why they call it backpack is because it's not just a wallet, it's more than a wallet. So they call it backpack. And then you have the software, which is called Coral OS or OS Coral. And then you have the xNFTs. And the reason why they call it xNFTs is because xNFTs are apps. So that's like the main. That's what actually got me kind of confused, because I was like, what the hell is an xNFT? It's basically the apps, the app protocol that lets you build within the wallet. So
I can see Spotify at some point actually creating an application on this. I guess I actually think this is better than Phantom. My only two concerns is, I mean, am I really going to remove everything from my Phantom wallet and switch to this wallet? But secondly, it would be security, because I'm curious to know how much access apps then have to the app itself. To the wallet itself.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, this is super cool. This is super cool.
And the other thing is that they're coming out with this NFT by xNFT backpack, and it's this blue bowl, and we don't know what it is, but I guess they want to show the full potential of the xNFT app. So I can't. It's like kind of 3-dimensional for me. How you can do this?
So is there whitelists for this project?
Yes, it's actually it's by invite. It's by invite, and it is if I could find it right here. I got it through Monkey DAO, and I basically told them I was gonna do a video review on them, which I did. I recorded it, and that's why it's still fresh in my memory on what I'm saying. Yeah, so it should come out next week. But here you have their actual Discord. They have their Breakpoint channel where they talked a little bit about, and they have their blue ball section where you can't say anything but like wow, but I can't find it here.
Aptos vibes.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. Which is the blue ball. It's for the xNFT project that they're coming out with. But yeah, that's basically the transition from that Saga phone and Aurory. So I guess like what you were saying about mobile, it'll probably be cool.
Yeah.
That would be super cool. I mean, like, it would be so convenient if I could get my Spotify connected to my wallet and just pay my monthly subscription. You know what I mean? Or my yearly subscription through my wallet. That'd be so easy and so convenient for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even communicating within the wallet, within each other, with each other.
Oh yeah, and then I can share music to my Web3 friends who I don't know their real life identity because no one knows anyone. That would be great. That would be great. Super easy, super compatible. I'm actually a lot more excited to see what the Solana phone has coming out, because before I was sort of thinking of it that maybe this would make it easier to generally use Web3 apps. But now I'm actually thinking that maybe this will make it a lot easier for Web2 companies to build on Web3.
Right.
And this changes a lot, actually. This changes a lot.
Right. Because now Web2 companies have the package to where they can build an app within there. So and the thing is, like, we don't know what the full potential is either.
Yeah.
When they come out with the tools, people are just gonna figure things out, which I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It reminds me. No, don't worry. It reminds me of back on the day when I don't know if you know Axie Infinity, the game. Well, back on the day when they decided to transition from Ethereum to the running blockchain, they made their own blockchain. One of the things that people were talking was about friction, how bringing running and blockchain would reduce friction to move funds from any exchange to running to your running wallet on the Axie Infinity ecosystem, or take money out. And I think this Saga phone from Solana is going to reduce the friction between Web2 companies and Web3 developing as a whole, not just Solana ecosystem. This will be like the starting point for more developing companies, reducing friction between Web2 and Web3 developing in other blockchains as well, not just Solana. That's what I think on the Saga phone. I wasn't sure about how they're gonna start developing things on the phone, because I saw an unboxing and a review, and it was like there's nothing much on the phone by itself. But all these behind the scenes that we are talking about are things that are really interesting to see how the Saga phone will be part of the play of bridging between Web2 and Web3. That's what I think.
Yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree. Couldn't have said it better myself, actually.
So, any last words, Sol Investor?
Dude, I'm just excited for next week. We already picked up our Cosmic Apes. Those pumped a little bit. We were picking Sentries. Those pumped. We were picking Vortex. Those pumped. I'm excited to pick up some Shopify now. We were picking up one or two of those before the market crashed. But I feel like the token should be out really, really soon. I'll probably try to pick some up over the weekend. And yeah, hopefully next week will be a profitable week.
Any last words, Serkan?
Yeah, I'm bullish on Solana more than I was last week. Where I think we are finally putting our pieces together and going back to normal. Hope we don't have more bad news in the upcoming weeks, because I can see Solana recovering a little bit. I'm seeing some traction. Volume has come back to the ecosystem. I think that people that left because of panic had already left, and the people that are interested on Solana yet keep investing and keep buying things. So I'm bullish on that, and hopefully Elixir does well today. That would be great news for the ecosystem. I'm hopefully to next week and the upcoming weeks are profitable as well, and we can start trading again and getting back to business.
Nice. For my last words, I went straight degen on the whole fall and collapse. And so far it's doing quite well. My 2 ABCs doubled. I didn't sell yet because I do believe in them in long term. Lunars did well. I sold one. And then I got the Sorcery, which I hope they keep building. I do think it's a very nice brand project. I do think that Solana has a lot of potential now, even better than what it was before, without Sam Bankman and his whole VC funding in here. So I do think that this is the same thing that happened with Ethereum a while ago, the tragic devastation in like 2017. And yeah, I can't wait what's gonna come out with the Elixir platform and xNFT backpack. That's my xNFT backpack's my biggest thing. So overall, can't wait to see what's for next week with you guys. Thank you guys for everything on here and sharing some insights. And for you guys, much love, guys. Make sure you guys love and subscribe and like and subscribe. Comment below if you guys want us to talk about anything. Love and subscribe. But much love and peace.